Welcome to Healthy Living and Toxic Free Tuesday. Toxic Free Tuesday live at 5. And I will wait until a few more people get on until I start my whole pregnancy and how to avoid toxic chemicals. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust myself here. And we are situated in Ellicottville, New York for this week. Hi, Mike. And yes, we are in Ellicottville, New York. I'm down here with my sister and my dad, and we got out of Buffalo, New York. Ellicottville, New York is an hour south of Buffalo in our cute little ski town village. And it's a lovely area of New York State. If you ever happen to pass through or have a chance to stop, I highly recommend it. Wonderful shops, wonderful little restaurants, so much fun things to do down here. We've been going to a little lake called Spruce Lake with my dog. And today we went to the Griffith Sculpture Park, and there's so many different fun little day trips you can do from Ellicottville, New York. Very healthy living lifestyle down here. And my sister's in from out of town. Thanks, Mike. You are so cute. Thank you. And you are welcome for all the tips that I am giving to you and everybody else in the Healthy Living and Toxic Free community. And I try to share as much as possible out there with the rest of the world to spread the word of not only living healthy, but healthy living and eating healthy and trying your best that route. My biggest concern is how many chemicals are really coming into your life, coming into your healthy life, that you consider yourself healthy, but yet you are using products, laundry detergent, cosmetics, personal care products, constantly being inundated with chemicals, and there's so many of them are unregulated, some are regulated. Fragrance is, anything with fragrance is beyond me, that is no regulation with fragrance, because these companies that produce the fragrance that are made of all chemicals have a monopoly, and the monopoly is that there is no law that says they have to say what ingredients are in the fragrance, because they have written it in a way that they have said, all these fragrance companies or the chemical companies, that it is a recipe that they don't want to expose the recipe to other competitors. So it's beyond me. And so the amount of chemicals, that's my biggest fear. That is my biggest mission, is to get as many people involved in this community of healthy living and toxic free. And we have over 370 people now, yay! And we're growing. And it's people that really want to be on a mission to not only get healthier, but realize how many of these chemicals can be affecting your health, your kids' health, your dog's health. So many different illnesses are out there, and there's things that you don't even know that could be happening to you because you don't even see or smell these chemicals that are pretty much invading your home. And I've mentioned this many times, that the home is 2 to 5 times more polluted than the outdoor air, and you are breathing these chemicals and VOCs you might hear once in a while, or PM10s or PM2.5. These are all things that you could be breathing in your house at all times. So, but today we are talking about pregnancy and how a pregnant woman should really be paying attention to the products they use, anything they breathe, anything they put on their body, anything they eat can potentially be affecting the fetus and can potentially be harming the development of the fetus. And I, unfortunately, never was able to have children. I have had many pregnancies that didn't work out, and unfortunately, I have great nieces and nephews, but and so many people in my life that I'm always constantly worried about all my nieces and nephews and about the toxic chemicals that they. Oh, here's my father. I'm gonna make him say hi. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Wait, where is he? There's my father.
Hello.
That's Jim Fortin, 90 years old.
Yes, I am.
90 years old, rides his bike every day, and he eats what we tell him to sometimes.
I'm getting younger every year.
So he could probably tell you a lot about our growing up, and our mother was really the one behind everything I talk about and preach, because she's really the one that instilled in us about eating organic and living a toxic-free life and helping us shop that way too. And thankfully for her, she really instilled a really healthy lifestyle for all of us, and I really owe it to her. Unfortunately, she passed away about 10 years ago, and that's a whole nother story. But but my dad is 90 years old, true testament of healthy living, honestly. Not that he was his whole entire life, and he still has some of his little things that his vices, well, we don't call them really vices. He has his iceberg lettuce, which we laugh about, but he eats as healthy as he possibly can, and he really loves to he always wants to make sure he's not eating bad food and bad chemicals. And anyway, so he is really a true testament to living 90 and really eating and trying to live a healthy life. So I'm in Ellicottville, New York. These are not my trophies. These are a friend of mine's. She let us use her home for a couple weeks, because usually we take my father up to Canada. We can't get to Canada, so we decided to come to Ellicottville, which has been so lovely and so wonderful. So thank you to Martha and David Mangan, who let us use their home in Ellicottville, and it's been such a great retreat for my sister, my dad, and I, and other family members that have been coming and going. And these are awards from the Mangan family of all of the ski trophies that they have accumulated. They're everywhere in this house. All 6 kids. Talk about a pregnancy and a woman that took care of her body and ate healthy and exercised, and such important things. It's not just what you put in your body, but it's how you treat your body. Martha Mangan is a true testament to that, because all 6 kids are extremely healthy, athletic, always constantly doing good things for their health. So, but pregnancy, I know when I was trying to get pregnant, I did so many things to try to make sure that my health was at the tip-top shape. But through the past few weeks of even researching more about pregnant women and what they need to do, there's common things. So they tell you, no alcohol, no smoking, no blue cheese and cheese of that sort, no mercury, such as in salmon, if I remember reading that correctly. Watch what watch your cleaning supplies, but they really don't mention too much. And I got my hands on some brochures that are given out in hospitals, doctors' offices, and midwife offices. And there's nothing clearly in there that states about really paying attention to X, Y, and Z. And X, Y, and Z is laundry detergent, cosmetics, laundry detergent. Let's go back. Laundry detergent. All the chemicals that can be in laundry detergent that you are sleeping in, that you could potentially breathe in, that you could potentially be putting into the bloodstream of your system, that could be going to the fetus. So cosmetics, a body butter. So I was looking up body butter and stretch mark lotion, I guess they call it. And you put it on your body and you put it on your stomach and to help with the stretch marks so your stomach is not so dry and so it can stretch a little bit more. And the ingredients in these products that you could be putting right into your bloodstream, which typically takes 26 seconds to get to your bloodstream. And there's no known fact that it can be affecting the baby, but your baby is feeding off of your blood. So there's just so many ingredients out there that pregnant women should really be paying attention to and reading labels. I always say that, read your labels, know your ingredients, because they are so overwhelmingly toxic. So, and somebody might say to me, well, they say that this is okay. The problem is that there are so many chemicals and so many different products that you are using all day long. Hairspray, lotion, lipstick, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, and then you're cleaning. And I mean, it goes on, laundry detergent, dry cleaner. And these are chemicals that are constantly entering your home, entering your system. You're breathing them in. You're eating them if you're not eating organic food. You're putting the lotion on. So these are so many different areas that a pregnant woman can potentially be harming or doing damage or putting this into her system, and it could be reaching the fetus. So the most important thing is that you read your ingredients, know what you are putting into your system, buy organic food as much as you possibly can so you're not getting fertilizer and pesticides and all these other chemicals that they're spraying the crops with or growing the crops with. And another one, fragrance. I mean, and especially for a pregnant woman, you're so oversensitized with your smelling. By smelling everything, you can, from what I've told, you can smell things a lot more. So fragrance is probably one of my unfavorite words in the world of healthy living, that with the word natural. But fragrance can be in so many things. And if it says all natural fragrance, don't believe it. Fragrance can be in laundry detergent. It can be in hairspray. It can be in lotion. It can be in makeup. It can be in almost anything you put your hands on. And people aren't aware of fragrance as much as they should be, and especially synthetic fragrance. Essential oils are okay, but unfortunately, you have to really know your essential oils, because I've studied that for a while and it can be very scary. And essential oils are wonderful, but you really have to know how essential oils are being used. But so fragrance, so you got to be really air fresheners. And I feel bad for pregnant women because you are going out into restaurants, if you can, this day and age, but you are being inundated, whether you walk by somebody with perfume or they're spraying air freshener or the cleaning supplies. So you really have to be careful of that. And it's very, very apparent in so many different avenues of your life. So one of the big things that you can do, you can make your own products, a lot cheaper. You save from using chemicals in your home, and you don't have to use preservatives. And so Wendy says, in certain essential oils, you have to be careful with during pregnancy because some can cause early labor. So important. And Wendy, I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because if anybody is using essential oils, you really need to do your research. It's very important that you are not using them haphazardly. And essential oils are wonderful, but you really have to know how to use them. So you just and it's becoming such a big industry, which is scaring me as well, because there's companies jumping on the bandwagon and producing essential oils that are not high quality, and it's very important. So Wendy, thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. And essential oils are wonderful. So anyway, so fragrance, in anything that you touch, if it has the word fragrance on it, be cautious, be very wary of it. And again, any mother, any pregnant mother, anything you smell, anything you eat, anything you put on your skin is going into your bloodstream, going into your body, and could potentially be affecting your fetus, your newborn baby. So it's very important that you do, pay attention to that. And there's so many other areas that from besides eating, that you need to pay attention to. And I'm going to be doing a blog post on this week, because there's so much that I even learned from doing the research for this that I thought, wow, pregnant women really need to learn more. I couldn't believe that the only thing I could find from some of the research I did, and I'm sure there's some doctors that really promote toxic-free living. They might promote healthy living, but they might not promote toxic-free, meaning looking at all avenues of your life, your home, looking at the candles, looking at your laundry detergent, looking at your hairspray, looking at your cleaning supplies, looking at your cosmetics. And it's not told enough to the public in general, let alone pregnant women that are trying to develop these wonderful, sweet little babies in their stomach. So so there's some things that I recommend that for pregnant women, and that I wrote down that are my top areas of concern and my recommendations. Avoid perfume and fragrance, as I just mentioned. Perfume, I did something on this a couple weeks ago. Perfume is synthetic chemicals. It's a whole new, different, not new, it's an old ballgame of all chemicals. Perfume, if you use perfume, I highly suggest you go back and look at my podcast and my blog post on that, because perfume can be very, very toxic. So minimize your chemicals. Eat organic. And I know, Wendy, you're on here. You can attest to that, because you put chemicals in your system, they're going in your bloodstream through food, through pesticides, through fertilizers. So one of my biggest thing I tell everybody is open up your windows. As much as you possibly can, open up your windows. Again, your house is 2 to 5 times more toxic than the outdoor air. So as much as you can get indoor air into your home, into your apartment. Now, I know it's impossible for some people, and I know it's very hard for some people, or you live out near a throughway and you don't want the window open, or you have allergies. So I know that's hard. So that's tough, although you should have air purifiers, but I talk about that as well. And then, of course, the typical things that a doctor tells you, from fish to cheese to certain things, alcohol and smoking and all that other stuff. But it's really about avoiding chemicals and other toxic and harmful things. And the most important thing that I will leave us all on is read your ingredients, read your labels, know what you are putting into your system, and hopefully that some of this information has helped you, your loved ones, somebody that you know that might be pregnant. Feel free to share any of this information. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week on Toxic Free Tuesday. I am Therese Fortin Barnes, your host of the Green Living Gurus and Healthy Living and Toxic Free. And I'm here for everybody in this community, helping you all obtain a healthier life, a toxic-free life, so you can continue on with a very wonderful, illness-free, hopefully, and avoid going to the doctor, and avoid doctor bills, and avoid so many things that some of these chemicals can be causing, and it's a whole laundry list. So have a great night, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.